Hi everyone, my name's Shaq. I like rewatching things. I love RWBY, so today I'm going to be rewatching RWBY Volume 1, Chapter 1, Ruby Rose. It's the very first episode, you guys. Trailers are great and all, but I'm excited to get into it. But first, as always, these are spoiler-filled. I am rewatching, so I'm liable to spoil anything up to and through all the way to Volume 7, Chapter 13. Everything that's come out so far. So, if you care about spoilers, and you haven't watched it, get out. Or don't. Your business. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? I'm excited. Always am to watch RWBY. Play.
Legends. Stories scattered through
Jen
time.
Taylor is such a phenomenal
Mankind has
voice
grown
actor.
quite fond of recounting
I've never played the
exploits of
Halo
heroes
games,
and
but
villains,
from
forgetting
the Let's
so
Plays I've
easily
watched,
that
she's an
we are
amazing
remnants,
Cortana.
byproducts of a forgotten past. Man, born from dust, was strong, wise, and
I
resourceful.
wonder... I mean, I assume she was only hired for the episode at this point.
An inevitable
And I'm sure they
darkness,
intended to make her the
creatures of
villain,
destruction,
but I wonder if they...
creatures
how much
of
they told
grim,
her about her
set
role.
their sights on man and all of his creations. These forces clashed.
I really like
and
the,
it
like,
seemed the darkness was
mythic
intent on returning man's brief
kind of
existence
shadow
to the
puppet
void.
nature of this
However,
opening
even
animation.
The smallest spark of hope is enough to ignite change. And in time,
And this whole
man's passion,
narration is just...
resourcefulness, and
it's so
ingenuity led them to the tools
typical
that would
of the
help
fantasy
awaken
genre.
humans.
Like, it's very Galadriel
This power
narrating
was appropriately
the opening of The Lord of the Rings, but
dust. Nature's wrath in hand,
the
men
music
lit their way
behind
through the
it
darkness.
and Jen
And in the
Taylor's like
shadow's absence came strength,
subtly
civilization,
menacing,
and most importantly,
dispassionate
life.
way of recounting all of
But even the
humanity's
most
existence.
brilliant
It all
lights
just works so
eventually
well.
flicker and die.
And those strings in the
When they are
background are getting
gone,
sinister.
darkness will return.
I do wonder when this conversation between Salem and Oz took place, because like
So you may prepare your guardians.
they're clearly talking to
Build
each
your
other.
monuments to a so-called free world. But take heed.
Take heed, Ozpin.
There will be no victory in strength.
I wish someone would tell
Perhaps
James that.
victory is in the simpler things that you've long forgotten.
They probably have, he
Things
just
that
hasn't
require
listened.
a smaller, more honest soul.
See, it feels to me like they're talking about Summer Rose here. She's the smaller, more honest soul Ozpin is referring to. I'm picturing Salem sending Oz a Seergrim to talk, because I assume she doesn't get cell phone reception on whatever land of darkness she is. I mean, otherwise, why would she send a Seergrim everywhere Watts goes? I mean, that's a hell of a company phone. Maybe it's just for the dramatic effect, but man, that is inconvenient.
Burn uncut.
Oh yeah, give me those good crystals. What's that? Red like
Put
roses?
your hands where I can see them. Hey, I said hands in the air. You got a death wish or something?
That's not red like roses. What am I saying?
Yes?
I said, put your hands in the air, now.
Are you robbing me?
Yes.
Oh.
I love how useless Junior's goons are. It's truly wonderful. Because they fit that like archetype of like blade wielding kung fu henchman without any sense that they can actually do anything dangerous.
Okay. Get her.
Like even their scowls look phony. Oop. I like how Roman just sent the three goons out to face RWBY and stood there watching. I guess it makes sense. They're expendable. Gives you a chance to observe your opponent.
I'm afraid this is
And I like that. Very comical. Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, right there.
You okay if I go after it?
I like how the strings immediately let you know we're about to be in for a chase scene.
Hey!
Can't get away from Ruby that easily.
Persistent.
Yes, she is. One of her many amazing qualities.
End of the line, Red.
You know, Roman really telegraphed that throw, and I'm kind of disappointed Ruby didn't realize that was a live dust crystal he was throwing at her. But it doesn't matter, because Professor McGonagall is here. I mean, Glinda Goodwitch. Same thing. Ooh, and she is such a badass. I know her semblance is canonically telekinesis, but especially in this, she's just a motherfucking wizard. I mean, witch. Like, I guess you can use telekinesis to seed clouds with ice if you're using dust as well, but that's just a magic spell. I like to think that Glinda intentionally plays up the magic aspect because she's supposed to be a decoy maiden. And this move here, I've saw a theory that this is where Cinder learns the move where she uses to take out Pyrrha, that infinite unstoppable arrow. Not infinite, unstoppable. And she's clearly put on the back foot by how badass Goodwitch is here. Good on her, get involved. But you know, more battlefield awareness. Helpful.
You're a huntress.
Yes,
Can I have
she
your
is.
autograph? I hope you realize that your actions tonight will not be taken lightly.
She's such a Professor
Yourself
McGonagall.
and others in
Like,
great danger.
heart of gold, but
Started it!
If it were up to me,
such a
you'd be sent
disciplinarian.
home with a pat on the back
And a slap on
and
the
a
wrist.
slap on the wrist. But there's
I
someone
love that she
here
actually
who I'd
uses
like
her
to
riding
mention.
crop as a prop. I mean, I would too
Ruby
if I
Rose.
carried around a riding crop. I wonder if she actually uses it for
You
anything.
Have
Does it help her
silver
focus her
eyes.
semblance? Foreshadowing.
So, where did you learn to do this?
Signal Academy?
They taught you to use one of the most dangerous weapons ever designed?
Well, one teacher in particular.
I see.
More foreshadowing. Cookies! This is another example of
It's just that I
turning limited animation into a comedic beat.
A dusty
Like
old
Ruby just nomming the cookies whole. Like, a lot easier than animating the biting, but
Sorry.
it
My Uncle
works.
Crow.
For her
He's
being a little
teacher at
kid
Signal.
and her...
I was complete
I mean,
garbage
Ruby likes
before
to
he
eat.
took me
Let's
under
not
his
kid
wing.
ourselves.
Now I'm all like...
So I've noticed. And what is an adorable girl such as yourself doing at a school designed to train warriors?
Well, I want to be a huntress.
You want to slay monsters?
Yeah.
I like how
I'm going
husband
to
handles
the
this
training lab at
interrogation.
Signal, and then I'm going to apply to
He
be-
clearly knows
See,
more
my
than he's
sister's
letting
starting
on
there this
about
year,
her.
and she's trying to become a huntress, and I'm trying to become a huntress because I want to help people.
But he's gauging
My parents always taught us
her
to love others,
motivations.
So I thought, oh, might as well make a career out of it. I mean, the police are alright.
And Ruby
My husband
aces
and
her
huntresses are
answers.
just so much more romantic and exciting and cool.
I really love that answer because it's so like innocent and pure. It's like, yeah, obviously, my parents taught me to help
know
people,
who I am.
and this is a cool job where I
Professor
get to help
Osmond.
people. So
You're the headmaster at Beacon.
Ruby is best girl, is what I'm saying, and you all know it.
You want to come to my school?
More than anything.
He's such a Professor
Well,
Dumbledore.
Oh, I can't believe my baby sister's going to Beacon with me. This
And
is the best
supportive
thing ever.
siblings. Such a nice thing in media for siblings to not be petty and
Really
envious
insists
all the
it was
time.
nothing.
What do you mean? It was incredible. Everyone at Beacon is going to think you're the bee's knees. Okay, I don't
Yes,
want
they
to be
will,
the
Ruby.
bee's knees.
'Cause you are the
I don't
bee's
wanna be
knees.
any kind of knees. I just want to be a normal girl with normal knees. What's with you? Aren't you excited?
Of course I'm excited. I got moved ahead 2 years. I don't want people to think I'm special or anything.
That's such an understandable thing
special.
for like a
The robbery
15-year-old
was led
girl.
by nefarious criminal Roman Torch,
I like,
who continues
I mean,
to
obviously,
evade authorities.
the kids
If
in
you
the
have any
show are
information
like
on his whereabouts,
mature
please contact
well
the
beyond their
Police
years, but
Department.
they're also so
Back to you, Lisa.
sweetly
Thank you,
juvenile
Cyril.
this early in the series.
In other news, this Saturday's
really
Fauna
endearing.
civil rights protest turned dark when members of the White Fang disrupted the ceremony. The once peaceful organization has now disrupted...
Lisa Lavender, voice of Pyranikos.
Hello and welcome to
Took me
Beacon.
forever to realize
Who's
that.
that?
My name is Glinda Goodwitch.
Oh,
You are among a privileged few who
Asked
have
and answered,
received the
Jane.
honor of being selected to attend this prestigious academy. Our world is
I love Goodwitch's
experiencing
cape.
an incredible time of peace, and as future huntsmen and huntresses,
Looks like
it is
cursed
your
fire,
duty to uphold
except
it.
purple.
You have demonstrated the courage needed for such a task, and now it is our turn to provide you with the knowledge and the training to protect.
I know that Glinda's voice actress left under not so great circumstances with Rooster Teeth, but I really hope she comes back. Or, I mean, they'll probably end up recasting her. And I hope whoever does it does as good a job, because
I guess home isn't too far after
her
all.
voice actress is great.
Beacons are
And I
home
should
now.
look up her name in the credits afterwards, because credit where credit's due.
Well, I guess the view isn't for everyone. It was a nice moment while it lasted. I wonder who we're gonna meet. I just hope they're better.
Probably the guy who has an animation.
Oh, yay!
And a character model.
Puke on your shoe.
Not one of the shadow people.
Get away from me! Get away from me!
I love the ship.
Get away from me!
It's so sci-fi, but like in a way that I've never seen before, like oddly bladed in places. Everything about the show is awesome. And our first look at the opening song. Yeah, I don't know how to play the guitar, so my air guitar is great either. You'll probably catch me slipping up and singing along with this with more than one. Keep watching this. I'm gonna try and spare you about now because I'm not a great singer. Welcome to a world of bloody evolution. I love that line so much. It like really lets you know, like, you're not in for a happy fun time at school. A world of bloody evolution. It's so like, it's badass, but it's menacing and it's just great. And it's very apt, obviously. What a great first episode. I mean, the voice acting in that episode was excellent. I mean, we start with Jen Taylor, who is an amazing voice actor, and then Lindsay kills it the entire episode as Ruby. Like, I love how quickly and how efficiently they nail Ruby's characterization. Like, she's this sweet, driven girl, but she's also savvy. Like, she knows who Ozpin is the moment he walks into the room, even if she doesn't let it on. She's just openly like hero worshipping hunters and huntresses, but like not in a way that feels like she's trying to manipulate anyone. Like, she's just genuinely that sweet and that enthusiastic about the gig. And like, I know I said this, but her answer on like why she wants to be a huntress, why she wants to go to Beacon, it's just perfect. I mean, like, there's a lot in there that's, like, a bit naive, a bit juvenile, right? Like, she clearly has a romanticized notion of what being a hero entails. But it's simple for her, right? It's, I've been taught to do the right thing and to help people, and this is a way I can do it that seems like a lot of fun. And obviously, the lot of fun thing will turn out to be problematic once people start dying around her. But she's still in it for the right reasons. And, like, she's just a beacon of positivity and earnestness. Ruby is best girl. I know I said that a lot this episode, and I'll say it a lot in the following episodes, because she's just great. And I know a lot of people feel like her character is a little underdeveloped. I very much disagree. I think there are types of characters you write that are deeply flawed, and it's interesting to like watch them go through a change, become a better or worse person. I also think like it's really interesting to see a character who starts off in a position of being so pure and so good. And it's honestly not something we see a lot in media these days. I mean, anti-heroes are cool, and I get it. They are. I love me a flawed hero. But there's something nice about a character's development being them struggling to maintain their sense of right and succeeding even as the world around them goes to shit. It's inspiring, but it's also like RWBY clearly struggles at times with her. She's a bit naive about the world. I mean, she has this romanticized notion of what being a huntress is. And I mean, it's sad. It's a sad job. Your friends die young. We haven't met that many old hunters and huntresses, right? Like, Port's crazy old, but that's about it. And it's like, she doesn't realize what she's getting into. And the fun part for me about RWBY's development is like, when confronted with the fact that her expectations are not in alignment with reality, her struggle is not like, okay, her struggle is not like, should I keep doing this? It's no, how should I keep doing this? How do I keep being the person my teammates need me to be? And that's compelling to me and inspiring, and it's one of the many reasons I love the show. Obviously, many of you love the show if you're watching rewatch reactions. Ugh, it's so great. Anyway, I'll see you guys next episode, alright? Take it easy. Bye. Like and subscribe.